It's 2 p.m. and the picture in Bihar is crystal clear now. The JDU-RJD Congress Mahagathbandhan is set to get a decisive mandate, striking a big blow to the NDA alliance. Well, we'll get you all the latest from Bihar in the next half an hour, starting with the headlines first. JDU-led Grand Alliance puts up a stunning performance. Coalition on road to winning a thumping majority. NDA hard-pressed to reach triple digits. Results indicate resounding comeback for Lalu Prasad's RJD. Figures indicate that RJD could emerge as the clear leader within the Grand Alliance. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar thanks Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Congress President Sonia Gandhi after being congratulated on his success. The BJP dismisses suggestions that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's appeal is on the wane, says party will take corrective measures very soon. And Shiv Sena calls Nitish Kumar the new hero of national politics. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee sees a victory of tolerance over intolerance. Well, the big story this afternoon, the Nitish-Lalu Congress alliance is set to form the government in Bihar. In the counting of votes for the Bihar election so far, it's been a strong tilt towards the JDU-RJD Congress Mahagathbandhan. A complete turnaround from initial signs of an NDA lead. By 10 a.m., celebrations were underway at offices of the JDU and RJD in Patna as it became increasingly clear that Nitish Kumar is set to return for the third term. And for the Grand Alliance, most of their sitting ministers are leading in their respective constituencies. Congratulatory messages have been pouring in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi, UP Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee were among those who sent in congratulatory messages to Nitish Kumar and Lalu Prasad. Let's take a look at some political reactions that have been coming so far.
मैं बिहार की जनता को बहुत बधाई देता हूं और ये लड़ाई बहुत विकट लड़ाई थी। एक तरफ मनी बैग था और एक तरफ जो है वो नीति और सिद्धांत की लड़ाई थी। ये सीधी लड़ाई थी और उसमें मैं मानता हूं कि हमको 150 के करीब संख्या मिलना चाहिए।
जो भी रुझान आ रहे हैं ये संतोषजनक है, क्योंकि जो रीजन वाइज खुल रहा है, फेज वाइज खुल रहा है, उससे भी कुछ हम लोग को आकलन मिलता है और आकलन ये अच्छा आ रहा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपने एरिया को होल्ड करी हुई है।
हमें अंतिम परिणाम आने तक प्रतीक्षा करनी चाहिए और हमें विश्वास है कि अंततः चुनाव परिणाम हमारे पक्ष में आएंगे।
थोड़ा बहुत अगर उनके साथ कोई सीट आ रहे हैं तो नीतीश के थोड़े बहुत आ रहे हैं, लेकिन ये जो है ये धक्का वहीं पर लगा हुआ है जब लालू जी के एक बेटे ट्रेल कर रहे हैं।
ये नीतीश कुमार जी का बहुत बड़ा विजय है। नीतीश कुमार राजनीतिक महानायक के तौर पर उभर कर सामने आए हैं।
All right, let's go across to our correspondent Akhilesh Suman, who's joining us live from the JDU headquarters in New Delhi. Akhilesh, it seems Nitish Kumar is now emerging as a national hero, as said by Mamata Banerjee, the West Bengal Chief Minister. What do you think was the biggest factor that worked in favor of Nitish Kumar?
See, the biggest factor was intolerance of the people towards this hate politics that is coming out in the open. I ever heard Sharad Yadav telling it was the fight of principles and it was not a fight of money bag. So this is the biggest factor, that Bihar people wanted the development but they didn't want nuisance. And you see the people in JDU are telling that we have always telling that we are not fighting on the caste line, we are fighting on the development line and we are fighting for the peace. So this was the mandate, that these were the issues that given mandate to Nitish and Lalu as the forces of secular and democratic alliance in the whole of the Bihar state. And what Nitish Kumar has done, he has given the Mahadalits the reservation and privilege. He has given women the reservation in the local elections. He has given cycles to the school-going girls. So these are the factors that people of Bihar has seen, that this is a grassroots type of development, and development is coming from the ground, not from above the ground. So this was the major factor that people of Bihar, and they are also telling that, see, there is a fragmentation in the vote of upper caste also, because this type of mandate cannot come just because of the casteist conglomeration. It has come because all castes have given some sort of vote to Nitish Kumar and Lalu Yadav alliance for a peaceful development of the state.
Akhilesh, also when Nitish Kumar joined hands with Lalu Prasad, there was a lot of apprehension that joining hands with Lalu Prasad could mean that Nitish Kumar ends up losing a lot of his votes, but that didn't seem to have happened.
No, it didn't happen only because the people of Bihar has thought that, okay, we have seen Lalu, how far he has gone. And if you remember the Lalu Raj, there was no caste riot in Bihar any time. But unlike Lalu Raj, there has been many communal riots all over the country many a times. So this tolerance on communal lines and even caste lines, there was a fight for social justice. There was a fight for the right in the whole government jobs. But there was no caste riot. And people of Bihar has thought that, okay, we don't want riot, and we want a development that is peaceful, not on the basis of confrontation.
Right.
And when there was a hardship in Bihar, the people of Bihar have migrated to different states. They were laboring hard, and when NREGA came, they went back to Bihar. They were living on the hard labor. So people of Bihar understands that what is the value of labor, and with this labor, they were going on a slow development path. And it was, I think, whoever has gone to Bihar, they have seen that how electricity has gone to the houses and how roads have been constructed.
Certainly, Akhilesh. So in this battle between,
entrepreneurship development, and I think that this will be the biggest challenge for Nitish and Lalu.
All right, Akhilesh. So in this battle between two Vikas Purush, Nitish Kumar certainly has taken the cake away. Meanwhile, let's switch to the Congress party. The party Vice President Rahul Gandhi a short while ago reacted sharply to the BJP's defeat, saying it is a vote against divisiveness. He also asked Prime Minister Narendra Modi to realize the promises he's made to the country. Let's listen.
पहले मैं महागठबंधन के कार्यकर्ताओं को और नेताओं को बधाई देना चाहता हूं। नीतीश जी, लालू जी, कांग्रेस पार्टी के हमारे सब नेता, कांग्रेस पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता, नीतीश जी और लालू जी के कार्यकर्ता, ये एक प्रकार से सच्चाई की जीत है, भाईचारे की जीत है। गुस्से के ऊपर, बंटवारे के ऊपर, घमंड के ऊपर, क्रोध के ऊपर ये एक बहुत बड़ी जीत हमने हासिल की। मोदी जी के लिए एक मैसेज है, और ये मैसेज पूरे हिंदुस्तान में गूंज रहा है, और उनको ये मैसेज अच्छी तरह सुन लेना चाहिए और समझ लेना चाहिए। वो देश के प्रधानमंत्री हैं, पूरा देश उनसे कह रहा है कि इस देश को नरेंद्र मोदी जी, बीजेपी और आरएसएस बांट नहीं सकते हैं। हिंदू को मुसलमान से लड़ाकर चुनाव नहीं जीत सकते हैं।
All right, let's go across to our correspondent Kriti Mishra, who joins us on the phone line from the Congress office. Kriti, it's like the first piece of good news for the Congress party in the last 18 months or so. What's the atmosphere like in the Congress headquarters?
Absolutely, after the debacle it faced in the Lok Sabha elections in 2014, 2015 definitely has got silver lining for the Congress party. For a moment we got confused. Are we celebrating Diwali today? Diwali was supposed to be on November 11th, but today certainly it was Diwali at the Congress headquarters here in the national capital. Of course, belligerent Rahul Gandhi, reinvigorated Rahul Gandhi, he slammed Prime Minister Modi, saying that it's time that he realizes and promises all those and fulfills all those promises that he's made to the people of the country. He said that today it is the victory of love over hatred and victory of inclusiveness over divisiveness. Over to you.
Kriti, thank you so much for joining us and giving us those details. Meanwhile, let's go across to Mr. D.M. Divakar, Professor at the AN Institute of Social Studies, who's joining us from Patna. Very good afternoon, sir, and welcome to Rajya Sabha TV. A big mandate for the Grand Alliance. Yeah. Did you expect this kind of a mandate for the Mahagठबंधन?
Well, we expected the mandate in favor of Grand Alliance, but not the amount of mandate that we got. I mean, people of this state has shown greater wisdom in the way they have come forward to vote against the communal forces, voted in favor of the social justice and development. Of course, good governance and credential of Nitish Kumar is the prime importance. And then the social base and social justice plank of Lalu Prasad ji has added to the strength. And with that, the Bihar has come, people of the Bihar has come up with a greater mandate for continuity of the work that has been started by Nitish Kumar for the development, either in terms of Manav Vikas Mission, or in terms of empowerment of the women, or in terms of the quality transformation of the school, bringing children to the school, cycle and dress, many other initiatives for empowerment that has given the tremendous confidence to the people that Nitish ji can make Bihar better and different. So this is a very pleasant mandate for the continuity of the development plank with justice, particularly social justice for the people of Bihar, and this is a great message for the country also, that the plural culture of secular fabric should be maintained, and it should go for the interest of the country and the world. Bihar is a place from where the democracy has always been redefined, and this is again, it has been redefined in terms of the cultural plurality and a strong fervor of secular voting pattern and secular plural traditions of this country.
Right.
I think this, yes.
What about the RJD? It's been a stellar comeback for Lalu Prasad and his party. Now with such a mandate, do you think there could be like a possible rift between the JDU and the RJD as far as the chief ministerial candidate is concerned? Even though Lalu Prasad has made it clear he will go ahead with Nitish Kumar, but do you think he's likely to push for a deputy CM candidate for his party?
I think that will be defined later, but as we have seen and we have listened, Sri K.C. Tyagi, that after this result, this JDU and RJD may come together to make one party, and there will be a kind of assimilation of both the parties' mandate and principles, working style, and many things will be redefined, and therefore I think that now this Mahagathbandhan will come with a greater wisdom to work in the development with social justice, and I don't see any shift in terms of leadership, either chief ministerial or in terms of coordination. We have seen a very perfect coordination between the parties when they were election campaign, and we could see how gracefully Nitish ji was responding to all the nuisance and other kind of the degraded campaign which came from the other side, and he never lost his grace, and he very coolly he worked, he has done homework, and then he responded to all the queries in terms of development plank, whether it is a special package or it is something else. Even in the case of DNA also, he never lost his temper. He always made things democratically responsive, and then he responded through the democratic processes. He never degraded the position of chief minister, and he always wore the prime ministerial grace, that how a prime minister should behave when he is addressing
since
to
you
the
say
people
this
of
is
the country, a voter. And
since you say there is a perfect combination and we've seen the results for that, do you see this combination now making an advance at the national level as well?
Of course, this will have a greater advancedness in the national level, and I will not be surprised if it will be becoming an alternative to the kind of NDA government that is coming up in the next Lok Sabha election as well. So it will have a greater alliance. You could see Mamata Banerjee has expressed already, there is expression from the other side also, Kejriwal has also expressed. So many good gestures are coming up, and I am sure that this will be a trend setter for the national politics for the next coming Lok Sabha election as well.
All right,
And this will be the
Divakar.
trendsetter even for the next assembly election, either it is in Uttar Pradesh or somewhere else.
Professor Divakar, do stay with us. We'll come back to you in just a bit. So as we were talking earlier, the big takeaway from the election results is that Lalu Yadav's RJD has made a resounding comeback into state politics. The party has left its string of losses beginning with the 2005 Assembly to 2010 Assembly polls and then the 2014 general elections behind. The latest data shows that the RJD is emerging the clear leader within the Grand Alliance itself. The comeback is emphatic, considering that it comes in the back of several electoral losses. The string of defeats began in the 2005 Assembly polls when his party was ousted from power after 15 years. He was pushed to the margins after the 2010 Assembly elections when the NDA under incumbent Chief Minister Nitish Kumar won a 4/5 majority in the 243-member Assembly, winning 206 seats and restricting RJD to a paltry 22. Lalu's conviction in a photo scam case in 2013 came as a personal blow to him as it led to his immediate disqualification from the Lok Sabha and a ban from contesting an election at least for 6 years. The 2014 Lok Sabha election results came as another jolt to the RJD and Lalu, with the party managing to win only 4 of the state's 40 seats. And after the JDU parted ways with the BJP, Lalu joined hands with friend-turned-foe Nitish Kumar to fight the Bihar Assembly elections. The Grand Alliance fought the bitterly fought Bihar polls, projecting Nitish Kumar as the Chief Minister. All right, let's go across to our correspondent Vishal Daya, who's joining us from Patna. Vishal, you've been there, you on the ground, you've seen what's the atmosphere like there in Patna.
Well, since morning we were in discussion with different guests out here in front of the assembly out here, and those included senior leaders as well as journalists, senior journalists, and initially it seemed, Tina, that the BJP was a little surging ahead, but by 10:30 around, it was the picture was emerging. It was pretty much clear. It did not take much time for BJP and the NDA alliance leaders to concede defeat. But one thing which is time and again been reflected upon and being pointed out by different senior journalists as well as the leaders of both the winning and losing parties out here on our panel discussions is the very fact that this cannot only be considered a mandate on development. One. Two, there are claims that this also is being seen specifically by the Grand Alliance leaders as a sort of a victory of forces which were against the entire idea of polarization and these kind of allegations which some of us thought that might come to an end today after the results come. That is something which is not likely to happen. This fight, which has begun in Bihar between the Grand Alliance and the NDA, is most likely to go across to the other states, to West Bengal maybe, when the assembly elections takes place there, and then there are other several states which are going to go to polls in next 1.5 to 2 years, specifically Uttar Pradesh. So it seems two different axes have now been formalized. They were formed a little earlier, and we saw their performance in these elections, and the kind of statements which have come in from senior leaders of the Grand Alliance, specifically from Rahul Gandhi, the Congress Vice President, wherein he spoke about how this entire result will reflect upon the national scenario as such, and other comments coming in from other leaders as well, is a clear indication that the political parties which are part of the Grand Alliance, specifically the Congress, the RJD and JDU, all three of them will not let go of this opportunity and would like to go ahead and use this steam to move ahead in different other areas in other states and try and use this for their benefit at national level as well.
Certainly, Vishal. Also, Vishal, you travel the length and breadth of the state. You've been speaking to experts through morning. Do you think that, the intolerance debate added to the Bihar polls, that's something that turned off the middle class voters for the BJP, or the other factors that could have contributed to the loss for BJP?
Well, this is one point which, if raised by the leaders of the Grand Alliance, then we might look at it with some sort of suspicion. But when leaders of the parties which are part of the NDA itself, they agree to this particular theory, then obviously this point seems a little valid, that those controversial statements might have caused a lot more damage to the NDA, to the prospects of the candidates of the NDA, specifically BJP's alliance partners, rather than if those statements would not have been given, or if more focus would have been on several other issues, specifically different aspects of development, then the picture might have been slightly different, if not completely different. And this is something which has been admitted by leaders of the NDA, specifically the alliance partners from Hindustan Awam Morcha, from other alliance partners as well, right here on our dais in the assembly since morning 8 a.m. So this is something which obviously there will be a rethink, seemingly, if not in BJP's camp, then at least in its allies camp, which includes LJP, RLSP and HAM, who have fared very poorly in these elections.
All right, Vishal, many thanks for joining us and giving us those details. Meanwhile, political reactions continue to come in from Delhi as well as Patna. Let's listen in.
कुमार जी को बधाई देता हूं, लालू जी को बधाई देता हूं कि जो प्रदर्शन उनके गठबंधन ने किया, ईमानदारी की बात है। हम लोग भी इतना बेहतर प्रदर्शन महागठबंधन करेगा, हम लोग मान के चल रहे थे कि हाँ हम लोग की फाइट है, नेक टू नेक रह सकता है मामला, पर इतना बेहतर महागठबंधन प्रदर्शन करेगा, हम लोग को भी इस बात की ईमानदारी से बोल रहा हूँ, स्पष्ट बोलता हूँ, हम लोग को इस बात की उम्मीद नहीं थी। ऐसे परिणाम जिसकी हम लोग को उम्मीद नहीं थी, तो इसका आकलन करना आधे घंटे या पौने घंटे में संभव नहीं है। बहुत से कारण रहे होंगे इसके, डेफिनेटली गलतियां हम लोगों से हुई हैं, ऐसा नहीं है कि गलतियां हम लोगों से नहीं हुई।
It is a rebuke to the Prime Minister's style of functioning, the style of speaking, and the choice of issues. I think there are a lot of people who think that his manner of speaking and the choice of issues to speak on are quite inappropriate for the Prime Minister.
हमने तो कहा था उस समय भी कि टिकट बंटवारे में गड़बड़ी हुई है, और मैं अभी भी कहता हूं, मेरा मानना है कि इसकी एनालिसिस होनी चाहिए और जिम्मेवारी तय होनी चाहिए।
What this government has been doing since 2014 is actually undermining the secular democratic foundations of our modern republic, which is something that is taken for granted by today's generation.
बिहार के चुनाव ने देश को एक नया रास्ता दिखाया है। बिहार के अंदर नफरत की हार हुई, भाईचारे की जीत हुई।
BJP loses, India wins. BJP loses, India is saved. As Mamtadi said this morning, this is a victory for tolerance over intolerance. So much of arrogance of the BJP. This has been shown up today.
So going back to Professor Divakar, who's joining us from Patna. Professor Divakar, one last question before we wind up. You know, we heard Mamata Banerjee saying that Nitish Kumar's turn has become a national hero after today's results. So now this is going to be his third term. Do you think with the Grand Alliance now taking the opportunity and coming to the national front, Nitish Kumar is likely to contest the 2019 polls as Prime Ministerial candidate?
Well, the way he has been mandated by the people of the country and people of the state, I am sure that the confidence, if he continues with the development plan that he has been and the kind of development with social justice agenda that he has been going on, I am sure that he is going to be an alternative to the kind of politics that you have in the center. And undoubtedly, the way Nitish has emerged in the whole campaign, if you look into it, he has emerged as a very graceful, sober leader, talking in sense with a well-homeworked manner, and then he was responding to the questions of the ground realities in the interest of the people, in the interest of the polity and country, with the social fabric, plural cultural sense of the country, and therefore we think that Nitish Kumar definitely will be the best alternative what you have at this stage in the government. And the way he is getting response from the other political parties I am sure by the years with the greater performance that he will be coming up in this Bihar development issue, he will become emerging a greater leader for this country.
And you might as well see more and more parties
earlier also he has been
alliance.
appreciated for this purpose. Yeah.
And you might see more and more parties joining the alliance, right? Many thanks, Professor, for joining us and giving us your
I think more parties will join the alliance. Definitely the more secular forces, they will be coming together and they will be consolidated. And they will think of the better future of the politics under the dynamic leadership of the Nitish ji.
Right. Many thanks, Professor, for joining us and sharing your perspective. On the other side, gloom for the BJP-led NDA alliance that struggled to reach even the 70 mark. Though the BJP has the lead in nearly 50 seats, its alliance partners, the LJP, the HAM and RLSP, have barely made it to double digits. As expected, it was silence and signals of a quiet Diwali at the BJP headquarters as party leaders conceded defeat, calling this election a learning curve. Also, the vote share of the BJP has fallen sharply if you compare it to the Lok Sabha elections. And it's a win-win situation both for the RJD and the JDU and, of course, the Congress, which has reached double digits after a long time in Bihar. We'll try and get our correspondent Shyam Sundar, who will be joining us from the BJP headquarters here in Delhi in just a short bit. But meanwhile, as you know, the counting is still in progress. The results are coming in, but the picture as of now has become very clear. So, in a battle between Nitish Kumar and Narendra Modi in Bihar, Nitish Kumar has, of course, taken a massive, massive lead, joining hands with the RJD and the Congress. That's it from us in this bulletin. We'll try and connect to Shyam Sundar in our next bulletins. Thanks for watching.